If you one of those people that's tired of everybody talking about Navy Federal business credit cards accounts and you can't get a business credit card account from Navy Federal, well, I'm going to show you some of the best banks that you should take a look at. Now, or best credit unions you should take a look at. Now, the first one is Connecta. All right. And the thing about it with Connecta, they are an Experian FICO 9. Okay, they're Experian FICO 9 just like Navy Federal. But one of the nice parts about Connecta is that they offer larger personal loans as well as lines of credit up to $100,000. But we're talking about the business side. And I always tell you guys, make sure that you vet these here institutions. The reason is because you want to build trust. So just going right in to apply for business card, Connecta ain't gonna play with you like that. They are one of those you definitely have to have a relationship. So if you don't have the patience to build a relationship with them, hey, don't deal with them, because they want to see at least 30 to 60 days, right? Now, again, Navy Federal is the same way. They want to see deposits usually from 30 to 60 days before issuing you out a business credit card or a line of credit. All right. But here's the thing about it with Connecta, Experian FICO 9. The reason that I'm choosing Connecta is because with Connecta, you don't have to have no revenue in the business, just like with Navy Federal. Okay, you don't have to have any revenue in the business. But I would tell you again, it goes off of your Experian FICO 9. So I would tell you, make sure that your Experian FICO 9, and by the way, that is a low-hanging fruit, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Being an Experian FICO 9, it makes it so much easier to get qualified for their business credit card. Now, for most people, they look at these 3% and 2% cash back. I'm not focusing on that. All right. What I'm going to be focusing in on, and I want you all to pay, especially if you have a business, car rental insurance. Okay. This will save you a lot of money, especially if you having to rent a truck or a car or something for your business or whatever, traveling and stuff like that. This is the credit card you definitely want to use. So this is the first credit card. Our next business credit card from a credit union you want to look at is Consumer Credit Union. That's right, Consumer Credit Union. Again, another FICO 9 TransUnion. Okay, this is a FICO 9 TransUnion. All right, so going after this card, you don't have to have any revenue in the business. But again, I would tell you, when you're vetting these credit unions, make sure that you open up a personal checking and a savings account. Here's the thing about it with some of these credit unions, they may use check systems or early warning system. So if you're in check systems or early warning systems, be aware that when you're trying to go after a business credit card with these institutions, they may check it. Now, again, you do not have to have any revenue in the business in order to get qualified for this here business credit card, okay? Another low-hanging fruit, easy credit card to get is through Connexus. All right, so Connexus, they have personal credit cards and they have business credit cards. Now, in reference to these business credit cards, guess what, guys? These are through Elan Financial. Okay, and so we know with Elan Financial, it's a partner with US Bank. Okay, and so by being a partner with US Bank, we know that it's going to be a FICO 9 and it's a TransUnion FICO 9. Now, you would have to join the Connexus Association for $5 in order to become a member, right? But trust me, you definitely want to become a member. And in terms of the best credit card that they have that you should look at this. That balance transfer credit card. All right, that's the one you want. It's for 18 months of no interest on balance transfers and purchases. So this is the card that you want to go after with Connexus. That's why I said many people get caught up on Navy Federal, but not realizing these other credit unions, they have very good credit cards as well. Another one of my favorite credit union institutions is BCU, Baxter Credit Union, because they offer a business credit card as well. Now, you would have to join the Life Money U Foundation, which is $5. Now, here's the thing about it with BCU. They are a Vantage 3 Okay, so when you look at your Credit Karma, you see your TransUnion Vantage 3, that's the score that they actually use. Now, here's the thing about it with BCU. When you're going after them, especially with their business credit card, you're going to have to do a phone consultation, okay? And they are going to want different docs and stuff like that, but it's definitely worth it because once you in with them, they're very generous. Like I said, it's a low-hanging fruit. Vantage 3, FICO 9, that's when you're able to add the authorized users. You add the rental payments, you add the utility bills, you add the subscriptions to your credit file. Build that score up and get in there. All right, and they're non-geo restricted. That's another thing about these here credit unions that I'm pointing out is that anybody can join these here credit. Here's a credit union that's really tearing their heads off of Navy Federal, and I'll tell you why. Because they use Equifax FICO 9, $5 savings account, right? But they offer the business credit cards as well. Anybody that has applied for a business credit card with Langley, put a comment below and let me know if I'm doing a good job, because a lot of people, they are so focused on Navy Federal, they continue to overlook these other credit unions. And so if you're trying to get anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 in credit cards, what I would do, I would look at these credit unions that I'm showing you, and I would probably go for 2 Equifax, 2 TransUnion, and 2 Experian institutions to where I can actually get some funding. All right, so because having it spread out like that, that's how you get your money up. That's how you get your money up. And then you won't have that question, well, you have too many open accounts or whatever, or too many inquiries and stuff. You don't have to go for 5 or 10 all at once. You have to split it up on the credit bureaus. If this is making sense, put a comment below so that way I know that this is making sense to you guys. Another high limit credit union credit card, business credit card from a credit union is NIH Federal Credit Union. Okay, now a lot of people are starting to realize that, wait a minute, they give you more money than Navy Federal, because people have gotten up to $30,000 with this here card. All right, and so with NIH, of course, it's Equifax, but the killer part about it that people like it, it is a soft pull. But in order to get that soft pull, you have to vet this institution, opening up a checking account, a savings account. I would say even go as far as opening up a money mutual or a CD or something like that, just to let them know that you're planning on sticking around. I'm telling you guys. And in reference to the credit score for most of these credit cards, you having about a 660, 680, you'll be still good to be able to qualify for these cards. All right. So you don't have to say, well, I need a 700. That's not true. You don't need a 700 credit score in order to get access to these credit cards. Another credit union that I want to point out is Veridian Credit Union. Now, this is also geo-restricted, non-geo-restricted. So that what that means is that anybody can join, anybody can get access. Now, you would join the Habitat of Humanities, which I think is about $10 or $15 in order to get access. But once you join, they open up the doors to you as well. Now, they are also a TransUnion Vantage 3 as well. Okay, so that's the good part about it. It is a low-hanging fruit. And like I said, make sure when you're going after these type of business credit cards, open up the personal account, open up the savings account. Like I said, a lot of people get caught up on the net 30s and stuff like that. That's not necessary with these institutions. Now, only drawback with these credit union credit cards is that they do not report to the business credit bureaus. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Yes, they will give you a credit card just like Navy Federal, but the drawback is they do not report to the business credit bureaus. All right, so if you're okay with that, hey, you'll be able to raise a lot of money with these here credit cards because they're very easy to join. Our last credit card we want to talk about is the Nav Prime business credit card. Anybody can get this card if you have bad credit coming out of a bankruptcy, because they're not focused on that. They're focused on you having an operational business. You don't have to have any revenue in the business, but it has to be an operational business. And the thing about it, I always tell people to go for this card. The reason is because they're going to give you 2 trade lines anyway, right? And so they're going to give you a trade line for the Nav Prime membership, which monitors your business credit. Okay, so they're going to be taking a look at your Dun and Bradstreet. Here, I'll show you exactly what I mean. They're going to look at your Dun and Bradstreet, your Experian, Equifax, and your small business. Okay, your FICO small business. All right. So that's the thing about it. It's going to actually be giving you access to these. Plus, it actually gives you access to your Vantage score on your Experian and your personal credit as well. Then when they give you the card, it's a unsecured charge card. Okay, so there's no money up front. They're not going to do a hard pull on the credit. Okay, so you don't have to worry about those things. But the reason I say get this card, because it's going to report to all 4 of these to help you build up your business credit file. Now, one of the things I always tell people, even if they only give you a $500 charge card, use the card. All right, so they can pick up that data to report it to the business credit bureaus. A lot of people, they may get $500 and they won't even use the card. Okay, and so it becomes worthless if you're not going to use it. Don't even apply for it. But if you actually serious about building your business credit, this is definitely one of the top credit cards for anybody. I don't care if you just coming out of a bankruptcy. This is the card you want to get to help you rebuild your business credit. So I hope this video helps you. If you have any questions, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.